Chinese regulators have instructed major banks to stop issuing new loans to certain refineries that process sanctioned Iranian crude, including a large facility operated by Hengli Petrochemical in Dalian. Publicly, Chinese officials continue to criticize U.S. sanctions and encourage resistance to them. However, behind the scenes, financial institutions appear to be complying with tighter restrictions. The timing suggests Beijing is trying to manage economic and diplomatic risks ahead of high-level talks. Limiting financing for Iranian-linked oil flows could put pressure on Iran's export revenues, especially amid heightened tensions around key shipping routes like the Strait of Hormuz. Overall, the situation reflects a contrast between China's official messaging and its cautious approach in financial practice, as both sides position themselves strategically ahead of the summit. United States-Iran-US-Iran conflict. Today, tensions between the United States and Iran remain high today, especially around the strategically important Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway is one of the world's most vital routes for transporting oil, so any conflict there quickly affects the global economy. Earlier today, oil prices increased after Iran claimed it had successfully targeted or stopped an American warship in the region. The United States rejected this statement and said its naval forces were operating normally. These conflicting claims have. President Trump is planning a major UFC event at the White House, bringing high-level MMA competition to a historic setting. On June 14, UFC Freedom 250 is expected to take place on the South Lawn as part of the celebrations for the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence. The main event features undefeated lightweight champion Ilia Topuria, 17-0, who will defend his title against Justin Gaethje, 27-5. Both fighters recently met President Trump in the Oval Office and even did a face-off on White House grounds, adding attention to what is being presented as a landmark sporting event. The conflict between the United States and Iran has entered a dangerous new phase after American forces targeted an Iranian-flagged oil tanker near the Strait of Hormuz. The incident happened shortly after former President Donald Trump delivered a stern warning to Tehran, demanding The recent rise in online searches about a new virus has drawn global attention to the Andes hantavirus, a rare but dangerous disease mainly found in South America. News reports and social media discussions caused the virus to trend on Google, leading many people to wonder whether it could become a serious international health threat. Although health authorities are carefully monitoring the situation, experts say there is no reason for widespread panic at this time. Andes hantavirus belongs to a group of viruses carried mostly by rodents. Prime Minister Keir Starmer has taken a careful and measured approach regarding tensions between the United States and Iran during the period associated with Donald Trump's influence on foreign policy. The UK government has generally avoided fully supporting aggressive military actions. Instead, Starmer has emphasized the importance of diplomacy, stability, and international cooperation. He has urged Iran to avoid further escalation while also encouraging restraint from all sides involved in the conflict. This reflects a broader British policy tradition of balancing its close alliance with the United States while maintaining commitment to international law and multilateral solutions. At the same time, reactions within UK politics have not been uniform. Some political figures have expressed concern about Trump's approach, describing it as unpredictable and lacking a consistent long-term strategy. These criticisms highlight unease about decisions that could increase instability in the Middle East or draw allied countries into wider conflict. The UK has also taken a cautious operational stance. While maintaining its strategic partnership with the US, it has limited its involvement to defensive cooperation, such as protecting regional security interests and ensuring the safety of international shipping routes. British leaders have been clear that avoiding a broader war remains a top priority. Overall, the UK's position can be described as balanced but cautious. It supports its ally, the United States, but does not automatically endorse all actions taken during periods of tension with Iran. Instead, it consistently calls for de-escalation, dialogue, and diplomatic resolution. This approach reflects concern about the global consequences of prolonged conflict and the importance of maintaining stability in an already volatile region. Emmanuel Macron has recently expressed a number of concerns about the policies and leadership style of Donald Trump, particularly in relation to global cooperation, trade, and security. His remarks reflect a broader difference in approach between the two leaders. One major area of criticism involves trade policy. Macron challenges geopolitical stability. Should take priority over economic. Has also raised doubts about discussions about potential importance of clarity and coordination. That unclear or unilateral plans could increase risks rather than resolve conflicts. France, he indicated, prefers diplomatic engagement and multilateral decision-making over rapid or force-driven responses. Another theme in Macron's comments is the need for consistency in international leadership. He has pointed out that shifting messages on key issues such as defense alliances and global security can create uncertainty among partner nations. According to Macron, effective leadership requires predictability, clear communication, and respect for established alliances like NATO. Overall, Macron's statements do not focus on personal criticism but rather on policy differences. He advocates for a rules-based international order, where major powers work together to address shared challenges. His perspective highlights a preference for diplomacy, stability, and collective decision-making, in contrast to what he views as a more unilateral and sometimes unpredictable approach from Trump. Reports indicate growing tension within Iran's leadership after the recent strikes on the UAE. President Masoud Pezeshkian is said to be extremely frustrated with the Islamic Revolutionary